Guys, I have a confession to make. And this is one of those videos that I really didn't want to have to make. But for the longest time, I wasn't honest and transparent. And it turns out that not only have I been lying to you guys, but I've been lying to myself too. And I know that some people might think that I'm absolutely insane for betraying my love and passion for a particular style of music. But I really need to be honest. I know that I'm a fan, or at least was a fan, of a lot of rock and metal bands from the 70s and the 80s. But it needs to be said, I am done with this style of music. Those old school thrash metal bands, those old school progressive rock bands, even prog metal bands, I'm done with it all! Because you know what? What the crap is a millennial like myself doing listening to music that boomers listen to? The way I see it, you should only stick with your generation of music. Whatever generation you were born in, you should only stick with that style of music. No ifs or buts about it. That's just what I personally believe. If you don't like it, oh well. Block me, unsubscribe, do whatever you have to do. But I'm done with this particular style of music. Not to mention, this music is absolutely boring. I mean, why in the world am I listening to these generic progressive rock bands when there's bands out there that sound way more interesting? Like these metalcore bands. Like the Amity Affliction, Fit for a King, Bring Me the Horizon. Ugh, those bands offer so much more than what any classic thrash metal band or any prog metal band has to offer, that's for sure. And for sure, people, keep up with the times. That's something that I need to practice doing, especially since I want to fit in. I want to fit in with the millennial consensus. I want to impress people with my music taste. You know, how is anyone gonna respect me or, you know, appreciate me if they see that I'm listening to boomer bands? You know, how am I supposed to make friends if they see that, you know, I'm out there listening to these generic classic dad rock bands? Yeah, as if that's going to get me anywhere. So I don't know what people are doing that are close to my age that are listening to these bands that maybe their parents were into. I mean, what the crap are you thinking? It makes no sense to me whatsoever. So you know what? You know what? I'm going to start shopping at Hot Topic more because I got to be honest, that's my favorite store ever. I think that is the best store ever. I mean, I never walk out of there without any band merch. And I'm going to start listening to some really good metalcore bands. Like I said, like the Amity Affliction, Fit for a King, and Bring Me the Horizon. You know? Some people might say, oh, well, only early 2000s metalcore is good. Well, no, that's not true. Because early 2000s metalcore is generic as crap. You know, at least, you know, these newer metalcore bands actually have a cool sound to them. And those breakdowns, oh, don't even get me started on the breakdowns. Those breakdowns are way more interesting than anything that any thrash metal or progressive metal band has ever offered in their entire career. So, yeah, I don't care what you think about that. You know, for those of you who are stuck in the past, for sure get with the times. Okay? You're never going to get anywhere musically if you don't just stick with today's music. Actually, you know what? My favorite year ever and my favorite time period ever for music was 2009. You want to know why? Because that was the peak of music right there. That's when, you know, emo bands were really the big thing. That's when a lot of bands actually had those Justin Bieber hairstyles that were emo-like. Can we please go back to that time? of music. I mean, what an epic time for music. The late 2000s, early 2010s, nothing could top that. Nothing. So I don't care what you have to say about that. I don't care if you want to say, oh, you know, Zach's gone emo now. Well, think of that what you want. Okay? At least I don't have any shame in telling you the truth. Because the truth needs to be told. Time to get with the times. I hate that I had to lie to myself for as long as I had. And look, my hat's falling off now. Good grief, man. I'm done. Thanks for watching and take care.